Good day, beautiful people. It's with great joy that I welcome you to another beautiful edition of Talk to Be. It's Talk to Be, baby. Gay, gay. Yes, it's another day. It's another time to be thankful for the gift of life, to be thankful for the gift of good health. You know what that means, right? Yes, you might have challenges, you might have things going wrong, but at the same time, you are alive because when there is life, there is hope. I'm so happy to be here today. On this episode, we are also going to learn as usual. You know, you can never watch Talk to Be without a take home. There will always be something to take home. My name is Dr. Abiola Adebayo Akinride. I have my guest in the building already, but before I introduce her, I'll go for a short break. Please note that all views and opinions expressed on this show are solely that of my guest, not of me, neither is it of Talk to Be. Please stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Talk to be, share your experience.
Thank you for joining. In case you're just joining us, you're watching Talk to Be. Today I have a guest who is here to share our experience with us. You know, you see people every time they're your neighbors, your family members, that you have no idea what they have gone through, what is going on in their mind, and then you tend to judge them by whatever they're doing, and you don't even know what their story is or are. We have one of such cases here today, and just watch and learn, right? Join me as I welcome my guest. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm fine, ma.
So good to have you on the show.
Same here.
And thanks for
asking.
coming to share your experience with
Thanks
us.
for having me.
You're welcome. All right, so let's go. Let's get to meet you. Because you're not revealing your identity, so whatever name you choose to call yourself is fine.
Okay. My name is Rachel.
Rachel.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm from Ondo State.
Okay.
I was born in Lagos, Badagry. I am a graduate of Lagos State Polytechnic. I studied science lab, and for my HND, I studied microbiology, and I came out with distinction.
Wow.
Yeah. But
Congratulations.
growing up, I have so many challenges that I have to face being raised by a single mother. So it takes me time. It takes me a lot of thought before coming here.
How old are you?
I'm 26 years old.
Okay, please go ahead.
So I came to this show because I watch this show a lot on YouTube. And it was just yesterday I made the decision of coming out to say my story. I have wanted to say it on my TikTok page, but I was so afraid because I didn't want to put a dent on my name and a stain on my mom's ministry because she is a mother. She really tried raising the four of us. So, but I'm a very, very hardworking lady, intelligent and respectful. I don't want anything that would tarnish my mom's image. Okay. And that is why it takes me time. But because of things that I've been through this year, it's a lot from one thing to another. I was just like, to the extent that I almost commit suicide earlier this year. But something held me back. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. But apart from serving God, apart from believing that, okay, if I commit suicide, I might end up going to hellfire, there was still something that held me back. So I said, okay, today is the day. I'm going to say my story. So my mom and my dad met here in Lagos in a supermarket. They were working together in a supermarket, 1996.
They were working together?
Yes, in a supermarket, 1996 in Ketu. That was the story she told me.
Yeah.
That was the same story my grandmother and one of my uncle told me.
Okay.
So they were dating. And as at that time, just as my mom told me, she said he already had a son, but he denied the son, that he is not the biological father of the son. And being my mom asked and said, so if I get pregnant for you, is it the same thing you're going to do to me? He said no. So fast forward to 1998, the year I was born. 1997, my mom got pregnant. But she didn't know she already took in. So my dad said, okay, she wants to meet my mom's family. So my mom is from Iresi. They went there to visit my grandmother.
Iresi is where?
Iresi at Osun State.
Osun State,
Yes.
okay.
So they went there to visit my grandmother. But as at that time, my grandfather is already dead.
Okay.
So through that means my grandmother, my aunt, and my uncle get to know my dad. So they came back to Badagry, 1997, because, they came back to Maryland because they were living in Maryland, just as my mom told me.
Okay.
So my mom realized she was pregnant and told my dad that, oh, I'm pregnant. My dad said he's not ready to cater for a child, that they should go for an abortion. My mom said no, that she's not going to go for an abortion. But I don't know what my dad told her that convinced them. My mom said she later agreed to go for the abortion. And they went to the first hospital. They told her not to do any abortion. They went to the second one. They went to the third one. I can't remember the name of the hospital, but my mom remember the name of the hospital, the 3 hospitals. So it's on getting to the third hospital that my mom decided that she's not going to get the abortion. She said the last nurse told her that in Yoruba, that ìyà tó bá máa jẹ lórí ọmọ yìí jẹ́ ọmọ ológo lọmọ yìí. That was what the nurse told her.
A nurse.
Yes. And my mom is a believer, a very, very deep Christian. So she said she's not going to abort this pregnancy. So my dad left. He was very hungry. My dad left. And
Your dad was there?
yes, my dad ordered his friend, just as my mom told me about everything I went through between them. His friend, that he should he should pack all her load out of his house. He ordered the friend to go to the apartment and sent my mom packing. So the friend agreed and sent my mom packing. And my mom was begging. So there was one woman there. I think the woman was the landlady. And the woman said, go and take care of the child. Don't worry, God is with you. And that is how my mom left. And my mom told me so many things she experienced during her pregnancy. Her family, especially her elder brother, she was sleeping on the passage. He didn't allow my mom to sleep in the room, so she was sleeping on the passage. It was heck. So fast forward to 9 months, she gave birth to me. And 15 days after she gave birth to me, she told me that she went to my dad's place to tell him that even though you're not going to get married to me anymore, you don't want to date me, just take care of our child. And she said the next thing, I think, she said I pooed, and the poo came out and stained the floor. So my dad was hungry. He took out his bat and beat both of us. So since that time, my mom told me that she vowed never to come back and never to ask him of anything. I don't know if my mom still has the picture, but my mom has to do some linear jobs like bricklayer, a lot of work just for us to survive. I was born in Badagry, 1998. So it was a struggle. And that time my mom has already started administration. So she doesn't want to fall into another trap of men. She just wants to take care of me. So 3 years after I was born, we relocated to Ilesha, Osun State. We were staying with my grandma. So my grandma is the one feeding both of us. And Honestly, she really tried for me and my mom when I was young, because I know what she does. Sometimes she will have to hawk. She will have to hawk. She doesn't want me to do anything, just to sit down at home and stuff like that. My mom believes that she can raise me alone, and God really helped her to raise me. She raised me in the line of spiritual. She trained me. Yes, she really does. I give her the accolades. I give her the credits. She really tried. So, and I'll say this in Yoruba. Mo jẹ́ ọmọ aláàánú. I know what my mom was going through. So God gave me a lot of gifts. Like, God showers me with a lot of gifts. And anything I want to do, God really used to help me. So my mom puts me in a very, very expensive school, even though she doesn't have money, but she struggled. As at that time, the administration was bringing money for her. They call her every state. So after my primary school, I was 8 years old. My mom got remarried to my stepdad. And here I was thinking, oh, I have a dad. Oh, this is my dad, because my stepdad too is a pastor.
Oh, okay.
Yes, they met on a mountain and they started dating. But after they got married, my stepdad pretended to love me. He pretended to love me, even though one of the gifts God gave me is dreams. And not knowing that he has some hidden agenda, which God showed to me during when I was 8 years old. But because I was still a child, I didn't reveal all these things to my mom. I didn't understand much of the dream. So whenever I dream like that, I would just call him, let us pray. What are the things? What are the hidden things that you have done? That time, I dreamt that he was punishing a woman in the dream. He was beating, putting the person in danger. I don't know it was my mom. I didn't know that it was my mom. And I just told him that, please, ask for forgiveness. And whosoever the woman is, please, do not hurt this woman, because karma is definitely coming for you. I didn't know it was my mom. I just told him. I was 8 years old. So after my mom gave him his first child, because there was 14 years, the years apart is 14 years. They were 14 years apart.
The age difference.
Yes, the age difference between them. So he gave, after my brother was born, he ate me. He started calling me names. I am a witch, and this and that. My stepdad is from Edo State. So, ẹ̀dẹ̀mọ̀ pé nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, tí ọmọ bá ṣe nǹkan tí òbí yẹn ò like, is it that kan fojú bawí àbí kan gbẹ́sẹ̀ lé pé má ṣe kíni. So sometimes my stepdad will thought maybe we are planning something. Maybe to the extent that my stepdad told my mom that I used to see the way he used to give her sign. Kíni kan. So, and me, I'm a very smart girl. So I would just, my mom will go to the room, start crying. And see me, boy, Yoruba ni. This and that. So when my mom got married, nothing changed. The bills, house rent, school fees, everything was on my mom. He didn't do anything. He didn't provide for the family. So I didn't even have the experience of having a dad. I didn't even mind if he's not my dad. So there was a lot of things my mom was going through. And I was like, is this how we are going to continue? So that made me say, Mommy, Muni Baba, tell me the story. Even though she used to tell me the story, but at that time I was 12 years. So I said, okay, when she told me the story. And Omo Ondonimi, my mom is a very gentle woman. She doesn't like stress. She will just say, if anybody hurt her, she just say, just leave them to God. You don't know what, God will fight for you. But me, as I was very aggressive, let me put it that way. I don't take nonsense those times. So I just said, okay, no problem. So I went out to fetch water. I look on my phone. I searched the name of my dad on Facebook. And mind you, my mom has never shown me his picture. Because part of the story she told me was that she has never met any of my dad's family. Because my dad does not associate with his family.
Okay.
He feels too big because he has money, he has name, he's all over the places. So he doesn't associate with his family.
His family members.
Yes. So I searched for his name, and the first picture that popped up on Facebook, it looks exactly like me. If I show you his picture, if you look at me, there is no even need for DNA. So I just said, Mommy, is this my dad? I won't say, where do you see your dad? I said, look at this picture. Is this my dad? And she said, yes, that is your dad. I said, she said, how did I know? I said, don't you see the resemblance? I'm a scientist, and those times I make research. I wanted to become a surgeon. So I used to make research. I have some things that I've written down. I do research, I do practicals, and I normally go to hospital to ask questions. You understand? Because I normally like to know more about things, even things that I don't have passion for, but I just want to have an idea. So she was like, I said, okay, no problem. I added him on Facebook. Waited for 3 months. He didn't accept my friend request. So I was like, okay, no problem. Please give me.
Do you bear his name?
Yes, I bear his surname.
Okay.
From childbirth. So what did I do? I asked for his number. My mom still has his number. And luckily, that was the same number he's still using. I remember my mom telling me that this is the way he collected his number. When he was getting married, there was one of his friends that called her that, can you come to his wedding and scatter hate and say, oh, I have a child for you, and scatter it. But my mom is a child. She's a child of God. She doesn't want that, so she just say, just let me have his number just in case. So I added him on WhatsApp. I added him on WhatsApp. I added him on WhatsApp. So I chatted him. No, it wasn't on WhatsApp. There wasn't WhatsApp that time. I text him his text message. I sent a text message to him explaining, oh, my name is this, that. Do you know this person? Do you know my mom? I mentioned the name of my mom, and I said, do you know Toyin? He said, yes, I know Toyin. Okay. Do you know that she has a child for you? I said, she told me that time, but the child does not belong to me. I say, I am the child. And I told him something. I said, my mom has never shown me your picture. I am the one that saw your picture, and I know that you are my dad. My God's feelings told me that you are my child, that you are my dad. And he said, okay, there is no problem. I said, sir, please, I just want to make a request. I was very polite. I said, I just want to make a request. Please, can you come for a paternity test, for a DNA? He said, okay, I'm in Germany. When I come back, I'll come for DNA test. I said, all right. That was 2012. I was in SS2 then. I finished my secondary school when I was 15. So he said he would come for a paternity test. I waited, start calling. He didn't pick my call. He blocked me at some point and sent a message and said, my mom is a prostitute. That it was his friend that impregnated my mom. That he realized that my mom and that person, they were very close. That is my mom. I said, okay, fine. I am not your daughter. I'm not arguing. I am not there, so I can't say my mom is right, or I can't say you are right. But there's one thing I'm still asking. Please come for DNA test. He said, okay, he's going to come. All right. And I asked my mom, please, who is this person that my dad is saying? I want to know his name, and I want to make research. My mom mentioned the name. She said Niyi with the surname. So I searched. I got someone, but the person is not on Facebook. I got the wrong person. The person is not on Facebook. So I waited for a few weeks. After calling him, he said he's coming so dates for the DNA. Didn't come. So what did I do? I added on his friend list everyone bearing my surname. I had all of them. knowing fully well that I'm going to meet either of his sister or brother. My mom told me that my family is a very large family in Ondo State. So I said, I'm going to meet someone that is close to him. So fortunately for me, I met someone, the same father but different mother. I chatted him. I said, sir, my name is this and that. Please, this is what I want to share with you. I shared the story to him. And he said something. He said, hey, ọmọ wa ò kí ń sùn ta o. That please send me your picture. I sent him my picture. And to my surprise, what he said, I showed my mom, I was like, he comes from a very good family. So I'm like, hey, the name they call my dad is Spencer. Ah, Spencer Leleyi, why do you look like him too much? Even his two children does not even look like him like this. Da, da, da. Please, can you come to Ondo State? We want to meet you. I will tell the rest of the family. We must meet Omo Wakin Suntao. Da, 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 da. I said, okay, sir, I'm going to come. And that is how I told my mom. And my mom, I and one of our pastor, we left for Ondo State. So on getting to Ondo State, I met the family. I met like 5, 6 people from my dad's family. And after looking at me from head to toe, after watching me, after hearing the story, they were like, is it not Spencer? He's very stubborn that we are going to be by your side. We are going to take this case to court. That the child he gave birth to, the first child that my mom saw in the supermarket, that the mother has to do something like a voodoo before he can accept the son. That wọ́n ṣe gba ọmọkùnrin yẹn náà ni pé mo are very sure that they are very sure that it's voodoo that the mother did, because my dad is the kind of person that he doesn't want his name out there. He just wants to do everything coded, this and this and that. So I said, me, I'm not doing voodoo, but me, I'm taking this case to court. The only thing the only thing that can make him escape from going to court is for him to come and do the DNA test. So they called him in my presence. He picked, and they were like, show more ẹni tó ń jẹ́ Rachel. Mo mọ̀. Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀? Òun àti ìyá ẹ̀ tí wọ́n á bí o. Ọmọ yẹn ó ní goals láti wá kíníkan ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ̀ gbá láyè. Kí ló dé kíníkan. Well, like, this is not a matter of shouting, no. We are going to take the case to court, and we are going to be at the back. We are going to support this child, because if you steal this child, you will know that she's your blood. I'm like, do whatever you want. I'm not coming. I'm not this and this. He hung up. So my mom being a very soft lady, she was just like, Rachel, let's go home. Let's leave everything to God. But me, I said no. I want to know my dad. Because before I finished my secondary school, my stepdad and my mom was already separated. So it's just me, my mom, and my siblings. So I have to do some works. Sometimes I will go and plait all this grandma hair. Sometimes I will go and teach, save the money, use it to, because I learned catering too. So we were all living in an uncompleted building. Yeah, which the owner of the house was collecting house rent from us in Elisha. Yes, she was collecting house rent from us. No lights, no window, no door, nothing. So, and during that time, my mom's menstruation has gone down. That if she go out, I remember that time when she got married, 2004, if my mom go out for any menstruation, travel, I know that my mom is coming with 100,000, 300, 400. My mom almost buy a house, and so many people want to gift her a car. But someone that she's very humble, she's very cool, very gentle. So before she do anything, she will tell her husband. Her husband will be like, kí ló ń wá kiri? Gbogbo nǹkan ayé tó ń wá kiri, kíníkan. She didn't buy the house. And there was something spiritual. And going back to the dream that I said, my stepdad was beating was hurting a woman, not knowing that she is my mom. It was afterwards, after the divorce, after the separation, that I know that, okay, this is what is going on, because he confessed that he did something to my mom. My mom now, her clothes is always white. White nìkan náà wọ̀. So when God asked her that she should change all her clothes to white, my stepdad bought 10 years of clothes for her and removed 1 yard from it. Wọ́n gbẹ́ kòtò bí pé wọ́n fẹ́ sin èèyàn. Wọ́n gbẹ́ kòtò, wọ́n fi aṣọ ọ̀pá kan yẹn sí. Meaning that all her glory, all the glory of administration should die down. He did that thing spiritually. So it was very difficult for my mom, that my mom has to buy chicken, rear chicken to pay our school fees. My mom has to go to all this small church just for 5,000, 2,000, just to send us to school. And being that God is faithful, wọ́n máa ń sọ kankan pé ohun téèyàn bá ṣe lèèyàn máa ká. Everywhere, gbogbo school tèmi àtàwọn àbúrò mi lọ is like scholarship, because they used to pay. When I want to even finish my secondary school, my director called my mom. My mom thought I did something in school. I said, mo ní gbogbo làálàá yín lórí ọmọ yìí, don't worry, don't pay for her WAEC, don't pay for her NECO, don't pay for her school fees, I'll pay it. And during that time, the same school that my siblings were attending, primary school, 3 of them, scholarship, don't pay their school fees, don't pay for their textbook. Wow. So, but to pay our rent, to eat, to buy us clothes, my mom has to work. So my mom was very tired of the marriage. She was like, I won't say if she's going to court to sign for a divorce. So she got to the court. I was so happy because my mom is in pain. She's always crying. So the fact that so many things our pastor man go through, people that got called truly. I remember when my mom went for this ministration, she did a deliverance for someone that is almost dying. Agbalagba, no is almost dying. So she was attacked spiritually. And my mom was smelling like a dead person for 3 months. And my stepdad just left us in the house, went to the mountain. A lot of things happened. I was just, when my mom said, oh, she's done with this marriage, she's going to court, I was so happy. Because my mom she's too cool. And me, I love action. As at that time, I love, at least when someone is hurting you, you have to do something. So she went to court. But when she got to the court, just like she told me, she said, and the lawyer told her that she should be going home, that God has fought for her. When she came back, I was like, God has fought for you. And you left like that. Is this how we are going to be suffering? Leave this man and let's move on. She was like, don't worry, God will do it. So we went for night vigil that particular day on Friday. And something happened. So Holy Spirit touched my stepdad. He was rolling. He started saying, I want to talk. He tore his clothes. He said, please, oh, I want to talk. He started shouting. So my mom just said, okay, let him talk. If not because my mom lost her phone, she recorded everything that my stepdad said that particular day. He talked about how the marriage was built on lies, because at that time they were working on the same mountain. So the owner of the mountain told my mom that my stepdad is her husband, that they should get married, not knowing that it was just a plan between them. So he said a lot of things, and my mom said, okay, no problem. My mom even forgave him. My mom was like, no problem, at least God has fought for me, this and this. But to our surprise, my stepdad packed his load himself out of the house.
Okay.
And left us alone in the uncompleted building with my siblings. So when that happened, I was like, hey, okay, Shebi Akuku have dad. And I know what my dad is doing. I know everything about him. So let me take my dad case to court. Like, we cannot be suffering like this. Because I have made research about him. I know everything about him. I know where he lives. I know what he does. I know how many children he has. I know where my siblings' school is. I know everything. And my mom was like, don't let us do it. I said, don't let us do it. So because my mom, and I was still very young, my mom was not in support. I just said, okay, let's leave it. no problem. So I finished my secondary school 2013. I was 15. But because of the experience my mom had with men, I hated men. I used to dress like a guy. I used to dress like a boy. I carry weights just that so that I would send men out. And I have a very big stature. I was very tall, very chubby, very fat. So you not even know that I'm 15. At that time, you think I'm 20 something. So I have a friend in school, my classmate. So I think she's like 9 years old, if I'm not mistaken, older than me. But she's not brilliant. She doesn't know anything. So I normally take lesson after school for my classmates. So, but I used to go to her house because her house is not far from me. So those times I have a lot of guys disturbing me. I want to date you. Even people that are 20 years older than me, they will think I'm 20 something. So they are far older than me. They will toast me. They will do everything. I was like, I'm not interested. The fact that I used to fight a lot of guys, my mom said, why are you fighting? Do you want to stay in my ministry? Do you want to do this? Just leave them. Just do this. Or invite them. Let me talk to them. This and this and that. I said, no, I don't want. So I remember that I went to my friend's place. I was going for practice, but it was still early. So there's this particular guy. I don't know his age then, but after some while I know his age.
Okay.
That time I was 15. As I said, I'm not 13, I was 15. And at that time, he was 34 years old. So almost 20 years older than me. So where my friend is living, the apartment, the house belonged to that guy's father.
Okay.
So they rented the apartment there with her mother. So I went there to visit her to just gist as a friend. So I told my friend to get me Vijumic because my best drink then was Vijumic. So I told her to get Vijumic for me. And I remember I drank the Vijumic and that was what I know. So I woke up. It was after 6. And I just told her that I'm late for choir practice, so I want to start going to church. So I went to church. So fast track to a month, 1 month, almost 2 months, I was getting sick. I was having this, it was like malaria, typhoid. I was having this fever. And my mom was like, you know you used to get sick. What's happening? What's going on? Have you seen your period? I said, no. My mom said, your period has started. How will someone be doing period? 5 months, you will not see it. 6 months, you will not see it. Because I started my period very, very early. I started my period around 11 years. So, at that time, I used to have irregular period. 5 months, 6 months, sometimes 7 months, I will not see my period. So my mom was like, this thing, we're supposed to go to hospital because it's not normal. And even if I do my period, it doesn't flow. Sometimes I'll just wear my pants only. I'll just be going. And my mom was like, so I'll just laugh. So my mom was not even thinking in that direction that I'm pregnant. She wasn't thinking in that direction. But it's not get to like, after 2 months, I was like, are you pregnant? Yeah, me. So if someone tell you that I'm pregnant, will you believe? I'm a virgin. I was like, but we do this. You are pregnant. I said, I'm not pregnant. Okay, let's go to hospital. I was even very bold. Okay, let's go to hospital. And we went to we went to 4 different hospitals. 4 different hospitals. I think 4 or 5. 4 different hospitals. And they did tests. And they didn't see anything. The pregnancy test came out negative. Okay. And I was like, you are Nibubuli. So, as an evangelist, we went to mountains, different mountains. I grew up in the mountains, though. So we went to different mountains. They prayed for me. And one of the pastor, very, very well-known pastor, told my mom that this is spiritual. We should do deliverance for her. So I remember 4 pastors did deliverance for me back then. And they said, there is going to be a sign. But when I get home, we should not allow any visitor. My mom said, okay, no problem. So when we get down from the mountain is very high. When we get down from the mountain, I vomited something like paint.
Like,
Paint, like a house paint. I vomited something like paint. And those time, I was pregnant, but the result shows I was not pregnant. And even my tummy was not even,
protruding.
yes, my problem was not protruding. To the fact that I sleep on my tummy. So I remember this side of my tummy, the left side of my tummy is very hard. But the rest like this, if you press it, because my mom was like, okay, even if the doctor not saying anything, she will beat my tummy to know maybe the child will, maybe the child will she nothing. So I vomited the something like paint, and where the left side that is very hard comes down. It was now very soft. So my mom was like, we're going to share. Kí wá lélẹ̀ báyìí. Ṣé Ọlọ́run jọ̀ọ́ má jẹ́ kán tọ́ ọmọ mú mi o, because she was thinking that administration maybe is one of this arrow or something like that. So we get home. I was learning computer then. I was learning graphic design then. So one of my colleague at work came and visit me. I think we have forgotten that they said we should not allow visitor to come and visit us. So that very night when the person left, I experienced something that almost took my life. I wasn't breathing anymore. My tummy was getting bigger and bigger. During the midnight, I was almost dying. But my mom just take an anointing oil, read Psalm, give it to me, use it to rub my belly, and I came back to life. She prayed for me for several hours, then I came back to life. And it was that time that my mom was like, something is really going on. So we went fasting. We went fasting for 7 days. And that was when God revealed to her that I was pregnant. She saw it in her dream that God warned her that, okay, when it's time for me to give birth, she should not come back baby me for her, because my mom can also do that. That she should take me to the hospital. If not, I'm going to die in her arms. So she woke up and she was like, and said, Rachel, you are pregnant. I said, I'm not pregnant. Because that time I have a friend. We are going to the same church together, a guy friend. So she thought, okay, maybe we have had something. I said, we have not even been intimate. This guy loved me truly, truly, but I told him that I wasn't ready for a relationship. So she said, okay, let's go to the hospital again. I said, after 4 tests. She said, let's go. So we went to the hospital and they did scan. They put this thing on my belly, started rubbing it, and they saw a baby in my womb. And it was one of the hospital that we have visited before that said I'm not pregnant. So the hospital is a very well-known hospital in Ilesha. So it was at Wesley. It's called the hospital Wesley. So my mom was shocked. My mom was hungry. Because that time she used to tell me that, maybe you want to become a doctor, you want to become a surgeon. If you want to become a doctor, you must not have a child, though. If you have a child, you cannot become a doctor. That's what she used to tell me. And I said, I will not disappoint you. So she was so disappointed. We went home. My mom kept asking me, who is the father of the child? Who impregnated you? I said, I don't know. I told her, I said, I don't know. She was like, how will someone have sex with you and you will not know? I said, I don't know. So throughout that 9 months, I was thinking, who can it be? I've never had sex. I'm still telling my mom I'm a virgin. So she was like, okay. So 9 months came. She has even forgotten about the dream that God told her that, okay, come back baby me for her. So 3 people came to visit my mom and they were pastors too. She started praying that, take this child to hospital. So the same Wesley, she took me to Wesley. We were 3 that went to the labor room at the same time. The two women, one gave birth to twins and the other gave birth to one. But they both did surgery. So the 2 ladies died. So my mom told me that she saw that they were dragging one dead body past. And She said, hope it's not Rachel. Tell her, no, your child is inside the second one. Mama started shouting, where is Rachel? Where is Rachel? She's in labor, she's doing fine, this and this. I gave birth to my boy, to my son. After I gave birth, my mom did not even ask me any question. She did not even ask me. She was just happy because that 9 months, a lot happened. That sometimes I would just go, I would just faint, 2 hours, 3 hours. It got to a point that my mom was even tired. She was like, she would tell my sibling, she will soon wake up. Don't worry, she will soon wake up.
Wow.
So my mom did not even ask me any question. She was just happy that we were 3 that entered into the labor. I was the only one that come out alive. She was not even asking me. And my mom's family trusts me. They really knows that I'm not the type that go after men. I'm not the type. Even they used to advise me that don't think because your mom has passed through all this, you are going to pass through the same thing. So don't hate men. You understand? So after 5 days of giving birth, my child resembled me. So my mom asked me a question. Is it the guy I used to see you with that impregnated you? I said, no. So we will not know the father of this child. How come? 11 days after I give birth, 6 days after I give birth, my blood pressure keep rising. They gave me drugs, but it keep rising. And I have jam to write 8 days after I gave birth. So I just had to leave my son with my grandma, went to do jam. And 11 days after I was discharged from the hospital, my mom said she cannot cope with the bills, that she will take care of me at home. So because throughout that time, when I went back home, I think my son is barely 2 weeks. I was inside. I've already took knife. I wanted to kill myself because I thought I was like, this is a shame. This is to my mom, to even to me. I said, okay, it's fine. Let me kill myself. So my brother came to rescue me. She was like, mommy, she come on, mommy, Rachel Fekbare. So my mom was like, why do you want to kill yourself? Fine, you don't know the father of the child. Don't worry. I did not send you out. Did I send you out? Did I do anything? Did I take care of you? Am I not taking care of my son? There's no just leave it like that. Because before that time, I was 4 months then. My mom gave birth to a child. The child was a boy.
Your mom?
Yes, my mom gave birth to a child. I was 4 months pregnant, but I didn't know I was 4 months pregnant. But that time was the same month my mom gave birth to our last born.
Your mom had another marriage?
Yes. She didn't have another marriage. She dated another person. Okay. They were not married. So she was pregnant. She got pregnant for the person. So when I was 4 months, my mom gave birth to that boy, but the boy died. Oh, okay. So that was the reason why my mom was like, maybe it's the boy that came back. My mom is something that she's someone that used to put everything spiritually. She doesn't used to see everything physically. She will put it in spiritual realm that, oh, maybe this is what God wanted, this and this. So they said that even the name my son is bearing, she's the one that gave my son. She was like, okay, there's no problem. So I said, oh, no, Allah, but I still want to go to school. I still want to become a surgeon. So I went for post-jam. I selected Yabatech. So I traveled to Surulere. I was living with some family there. So with my child, I carried my child. I left for Elisha when my son was 1 month. So I was there. You know, baby face changes.
Okay.
So after 4 months, my son's face started changing to someone that I know.
Oh.
To someone that I know. The way I know my dad's family was just guessing. Like I said, I'm very smart. I'm very, very smart. And I have studied a lot that I know more about science. I know more about all these bits of everything. Mm-hmm. So I called my friend. I talked to my friend. I said, hello, please, can you send Wale's number to me? She said, okay, no problem. She will send it. She sent it. I called him and I said, hello, please, do you know who is talking? I said, okay, my name is Rachel. I've been looking for you. Where are you? I've been looking for you. I said, I'm in Lagos. That I want to just ask you a question. And the question I asked him that year was, why do you do it? I said, please, I need to see you. That ever since then, she has been looking for me. Things has been going down for him. They asked him to ask for forgiveness, this and this. I said, there is no problem. I said, the child is with me. But once I get back to Ilesha, please come and see my mom. And please say everything that you did. So I did my post-jam. I didn't pass. I wasn't selected. So I went back to Ilesha. So he came. So I told my mom that I've seen my son's dad. So he came. So he told my mom that I'm very stubborn. That sometimes if my mom leave the house for ministration in the night, she will always look at the window. That has been pursuing me all this while. That it was through the drink my friend gave me. My friend did not even know that he drugged the drink. My friend did not know that he drugged the drink. That was through that drink that he raped me.
Where was your friend?
My friend just came to give me the drink. My friend wasn't even around when I came back to Ilesha, when my son's dad came to see my mom to explain how he raped me. So she wasn't around that time. She has traveled to other states. So
when he raped you,
yes.
Where was your friend?
I don't know, because when he said he drugged me, that he raped me, he cleaned me up. He wear all my clothes back for me. So, and I don't know why I didn't even feel pain. I didn't feel any pain when I woke up. I didn't feel any, I can't even remember, maybe when I got home, when I want to bath, maybe I checked my panties, maybe I was stained or something. I didn't feel any pain at all. So when he said that, my mom was just like, my mom said this to me. My mom said, and as at that time, this man in question has a 10-year-old daughter. So it's just 5 years. Mufiju firstborn elo. So I almost do something that night when he came. I almost kill him. Because like I said, I'm very aggressive that time. I don't care about my mom's administration, that, okay, my mom and this and this. I want to fight for myself. So my mom just said, go inside. Let me speak to him. My mom asked him, okay, the deed is done. Are you going to be taking care of this child? He said, he's going to be taking care of him. And my mom should please tell her to talk to me so that I can forgive him, this and this and that and that and that. My mom said he should go, that he should just be taking care of the child, that he doesn't want anything between. We did not even date because he's far wider than me. He smokes, he drinks, he looked tattered. Like an evangelist's daughter. I must not be seen with those kind of people. You understand? So he left that very night, and I heard that he did his wedding 2 weeks before I came back. So he got married to someone else, not the mother of his firstborn. So I said, there is none of my business. My own is, you should take care of the child. So, like I said, I still want to go to school because my mom said, I should go to school, this and this. I said, I'm going to become a surgeon. I'm going to have a name more than my dad. So having a child does not stop me. I pick up my pieces. I stopped breastfeeding my son at 7 months. So I got admission at Lautech. So, but the course they gave me at Lautech, I didn't like it. So I came back home, started taking care of my child. I got admission to Laspotech. But during that time, my mom does not even have any money. She was taking care of my boy. She was taking care of my siblings. So I told my mom, I said, don't worry, let me go to this school. Anything I can use to assist, I will assist. I will work. So during my ND, I know how to sing. I know how to make hair. I've learned catering. And I'm this kind of person that I don't like being idle. So during my ND, I was in school. It was very hard for me to pay school fees, pay house rent. I have to scout from one place to another. So let me say, fortunately for me, I met a guy. I was, I think, 18 years. I was 18 years. He's 14 years older than me, but he's so matured, and he's a very devoted guy. So he normally advised me, don't do this, don't do that, because my mom believes in me. She knows that I cannot do anything that will tarnish her image, so she believes in me. And but I need someone to caution me. It is not everything that I want to do that is right. So I met this guy. This guy was helping me, but I have to walk back. I have to walk to pay him back. Even though he said he likes me, want to date me. I was even dating him at some point because I don't have any option. I don't have any option. I have to pay. I have to go to school. So when I realized that, why will I be dating a guy and he's borrowing me money, cannot even assist me? Okay, let me look for work. But I have passion for fashion designing. So I started learning fashion designing 2016 at First Gate. So I started learning fashion designing. So, but during my ND, it was part-time. So in the morning, I'll go to school. In the afternoon, I'll go to where I was learning fashion designing. But at the same time, I was learning. It's not bringing money. So I had to look for work. I was doing ushering job. I look for artists that I can do backup artists for in the studio. And in the process of that, moving around Lagos, trying to survive, trying to pay my bills, I met countless men. That I have to do things that I know that, like I said, I have to do things that I know that, okay, this thing is not right. This is not what God wants. This is a sin. Sometimes I have to pretend that, okay, I'm in love with this person just because I need support. So I did shit. I did bad things, sleeping with men. I did bad things, sleeping with men. And because anyone I meet, they will always hear my story and was like, this guy, this boy, this girl, you deserve better. You deserve much more better. Don't worry, I'm going to assist you. But at the long run, they will say they want to date me. They will say they want to have sex with me. And I was tired of saying no because I was suffering. I was tired of saying no, so I have to accept for 2-3 people that, okay, no problem, let's see, I'll date you because I need money. So I met the last person I met. That was when I know that something is wrong somewhere. I was looking at things spiritually, that to the fact that I told God, I said, God, I don't want male benefactor again. I want you, God, to help me yourself. Because all these benefactor that I'm seeing as benefactor, they are not benefactor. Because I have to put myself down before they can do something for me. So I thought to myself after I finished my ND, I said, I'm not going to sleep with men to finish my HND. Maybe let me go and work for a year or 2, then I'll come back for my HND. But God answered my prayer, and my choir masters at that time told me that, okay, I should go and collect the form. I should enroll for HND. I should do full-time. I said, no, I don't want to do full-time. If I do full-time, what if I want to pay my bills? Let me do part-time. So I normally go, for my HND, I go to school Saturday and Sunday. So my choir master knows that my boyfriend, as at that time, we are both attending the same church. We are both choristers. Okay. So they know in the church that we are dating. And I told him, you're supposed to be ashamed of yourself. Our choir master knows that we are dating, but our choir master is the one paying for my school. You're not doing anything. So he told me something, because I was rude to him. The way I talked to him, I was very angry. He told me something. He said, ó show pé ọkùnrin ò tọ́ ẹ, that I don't have a father training. That statement he uttered that year make me send a very, very rude message to my dad. I told him in the text message, I called him, he hung up after hearing my name. I sent him a text message. I said, sir, it is just one thing that I ask, DNA test. I'm going through a lot. Do you know what my mom has to go through to take care of me till I finish my secondary school? And you are alive. Why are you doing this? The next message he will text to me is, stop calling me, stop messaging me. You are a home wrecker. Don't wreck my home. I have a very perfect family. Go and meet that your prostitute. He still keep calling my mom a prostitute. And I don't joke with my mom. I just send him a message. I said, sir, with due respect, I don't joke with my mom. You not coming for a DNA, that means you're a coward. And you're calling me a home wrecker. If I am a home wrecker, I know every little thing about you. I know where you live. I know where your companies are. I know everything about you. I know where my siblings are. I know the school you put them. I know everything. So if I want to come and wreck your home, I will come. So he blocked me. And I said, okay, I think I'm going to take this case by myself. I called my mom. I said, this my dad is too stubborn. No. I'm going to court with or without you. She was like, I should go. I said, no problem. So luckily for me, I met someone on Facebook. That person is one of the people my mom has prayed for that traveled out. So when we started talking, so he now asks how is life, how is everything. So I explained everything to him that because he knows me when I was young. So I told him that this is what happened, that I was raped, I have a son now. So it was so indebted in my story that I want to know more. So I told him about my dad. So he said, okay, he has someone. He has one NGO like that.
Okay.
He's going to send the contacts to me. I said, okay, no problem. So he sent the contacts, but the person does not used to take care of all this. He doesn't. They don't deal with all this story. So she has to send me another number. And the person who is working in Ikeja Secretariat. So I went there. The person is a lawyer. So I went there. I told the person my story. I showed them my dad pictures. And the woman was like, even if he's the president of Nigeria, I'm going to fight for you. With what you just said, you have really tried for yourself. So I said, that's like, he said, what did I want? I said, I want my father. It is not about his money. If it's about his money, I would have done that long ago. I don't even know that he's someone like that then. It was when the lawyer make more research. Now I know that he's a very big person, he's a very well-known person in Nigeria. So I said, so 2 weeks after the lawyer was dealing with my case, she was making research, she called me back. She was like, the first thing she would tell me, why will you talk to your dad like that? I said, what happened? Your dad sent me the message you sent to him. Even though we want to work on this case, why will you be rude to your dad? No, that's so bad of you. That's so this. I said, Ma, I've been on this case to 2012, and this is 2020. Do you know the insults? Do you know the pain? Do you know everything that I've been through? Do you know what my mom had been through? He called my mom a prostitute. I'm not even angry he called me a home wrecker. But calling my mom a prostitute, that is not your business. It's between them. You're supposed not to say that. You're supposed to... I just look at her and say, Ma, please don't worry. No problem. So I spoke to I used to call him my uncle because we are from the same state. So I spoke to my uncle. I said, this is the outcome of the lawyer. He was like, Nigeria is so corrupt because he's not here in Nigeria. Nigeria is so corrupt, this and this. He's going to send me another number. So he sent me another number. Luckily for me, he's one of the biggest NGO here in Nigeria. So the man said I should send my story. I sent my story. So the man said he knows my dad very well. I should not worry. He has his contacts. So he called my dad. I don't know the conversation they had together. So he called me on Zoom meeting, conference call with my mom. He said, I should not bother looking for my dad again. I was like, I was saying in my mind that, I want to talk about body for me, that because I don't have money now, My dad has money. So he's just using everything to shock them. Okay, don't talk, don't deal with this case. These people, they are just looking for something. So, so he said he's going to be my dad. He's going to support me. That I want to make sure pé mo ní orúkọ ju daddy mi lọ. He's going to make sure that, okay, I got to where I'm supposed to be. I get to where I'm supposed to be. Honestly speaking, my uncle and this NGO man, they really tried for me during my HND. They really tried. They supported me financially. During when I'm down, they supported me. So I was like, I have 2 dads now. What am I going to worry for? I have 2 dads. But there's something that's just keep reoccurring. Like I said, I told God I don't want male benefactor. I spoke to this NGO man. I said something to this NGO man. I said, you'll be the first man that I know that is helping me, that will not ask me for sex. So I was happy that I have a dad. I was happy that I have a dad in him, that I don't even need to know him again. I don't even need to remember my biological dad again, that I have moved on. So this man helped me. I finished my HND. I told him, I used to call him my dad. I told him, I said, I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to come out with distinction. And I came out with distinction.
Wow,
So-
congratulations.
So, fast track to, I finished my HND 2022. So, 2023, I relocated to another environment. So, he assisted me with the money for the apartment. So, that time I was so attached to him because he's the only man that does not want he doesn't want anything back in return. So, I asked him, I said, sir, please, can you adopt me as your daughter? I really need someone I can confide in. I really need someone I can just talk to. Because my mommy is always busy with ministration, to the fact that it affected my siblings, it affected my son in terms of education. Because when I was in school working, I was sending money home to her sister. So the NGO man now told me, he said he would have loved to, that I have studied me for 2 years now, that I am I'm very respectful, and I'm very hardworking. But because of my mom, he's not going to do that. And I said, why? He said, throughout these years, your mom has never even called me for once. That thank you for taking care of my daughter. That's to the fact that most of the money is even sending to me, I'm sending it home. That I even show him evidence. That he doesn't want to, if he's going to adopt him now, he's going to have a relationship with my mom. No how. He said, he's so sorry that this is the end of the journey.
Ah,
And I was like, I cried. I really cried because that's not the first time it's happening. No, there's no way I'm going to hide things from my mom. She's my first, after God, she's the next person. So I used to tell her everything. So
well, why was she not appreciating the man? Why
I don't
was she
know.
not calling?
I don't know. My mom just changed all of a sudden, and that's the reason why I'm here. I supposed not to come on here to fight, to look for my dad, to make things right. We're supposed to join hands together to do it, but I've just seen that she does not understand my pain. Fine, there is God.
So what is she doing? What do you want?
Yes. She's just so silent about everything. She just keep everything calm. Like, I remember last year, she called me. Oh, your siblings, they are not in school. Even your son, they are not in school. Please, can you send money? And I was like, I just finished school. I have not even get a job. Where do you want me to see? Am I their father? Am I my siblings' father? How am I going to be paying their school fees every time? This time around, I don't have money. And she started shouting, hey, if I have money more than this, is this how I'm going to be arrogant? Is this how I'm going to be rude? This and this and that. And I told her, I said, during my ND, do you know what I have to do to pay school fees, to send money to you? I have to sleep with married men. And to my surprise, my mom did not even say, why will you do that? She was like, hey, we echo she no, but you're supposed to understand. I was like, let's take these people to court. I know my dad's I know my dad's, my son's dad now. Let's take my stepdad, my dad, and my son's dad. She was like, don't worry, go we fight, go we fight. And I was just tired because now the NGO man has left me. The only man left in my life, he also has his own family to cater for. I cannot be asking him for money every damn time. I don't know what he's going through over there. So
Who is the man in question?
he's, like I said, he's one of the people my mom prayed for that traveled lot.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So
What about your baby daddy?
he's in Elisha. He's from Elisha too. But because I was in school all those time, the only thing I used to do is to call him. Please send money. At least do something. Go and visit your child. He will say, okay, because from my son's dad's place to my mom's place, it's just like 30 minutes distance. So he's always lying. Yeah, he had an accident, or he has an impromptu, or he's busy, or he's this. So throughout those time I was in school, my mom did not even say, okay, you have even tried. Let me go to their family house. Let me cause commotion. Let me go and talk. Let me go and fight for you. She will not go. She will
But
not.
you know she's not someone like that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And because she's not someone like that, it has caused a lot of things to me. It has caused a lot of things to me because I'm supposed to confide in my mom first, not in a stranger that I met. I confide in a stranger, and he normally used because he knows my story. He knows that I'm not going anywhere. He will be threatening me. I should not do this. I should not do that. When I finished my HND last year, I was looking for a job. I didn't get any job. So he said I should stop. I should not look for any job again. That I should just stay at home. I should just be doing my fashion designing. I said, okay, there's no problem, but I need a shop because I don't have contact. So 3 months, 4 months, I will not work. I will not do anything. Now my son is there, my siblings, my mom. I have to at least send money. So he was like, no, I should not do it. So anything he tells me, I will do it. I will do it. I will obey him. Sometimes I will have to, things I want to do, I will have to say, okay, don't worry, let me just obey because I'm very respectful. Let me just obey this man. So something happened to this man. So he doesn't have money to give me. He doesn't have money to send to me. I starved. 4 days, 5 days, I will not eat. I will be at home just grumbling. So I will just be crying that how am I going to survive? How am I going to do this? So the decision I made after I finished my after I finished my ND, I'm not going to sleep with men for money. I just said, there's no choice again. I wanted to start, which I did. So I contacted those men that I know that I've slept with. I was up in the say, you're back, this and this. Can you come and visit me in the office, this and this and that? So I started this life again. And I was just like, even with all this, how much will these people give me? Will this end my pain? Will it end my suffering? So I stopped and I make a decision December last year. I said, no matter what, I'm going back to God. I'm not going to do it again. It was not part of my decision to take my child because my child was living with my mom all these years. But because my child clocked 9 years, it was 9 years last year, and as at 9 years, it was in basic 1. He cannot read, he cannot speak in English. Even though 2020, I went home, my mom told me something. My mom said, Hello, ti not gone. You just be saying you are sending money, Hello, ti not gone. So that made me very angry, and I decided not to go home. So for 2 years, I didn't see my child. 2022, when I went home, my mom told me 2020, when she came to visit me in Lagos, that my child is in, I think, primary 1 or primary 2 as of 2020. But when I got home 2022, my child is still in primary 1.
Why? He's repeating a class?
He's not repeating a class. It's because my mom is always busy with administration. It is not only my child that it's affected. It affected my siblings. My siblings too. The one in SS1 cannot even read, cannot even spell some big words. You understand? So I told my mom, I said, okay, I have a thrift that I just collected. I'm changing 4 of them school to my secondary school, that they are going to go to that school. So I changed their school. But still yet, nothing changed. Like my child is still cannot even read. He's doing small, but as his age, 9 years old, supposed to be very, very brilliant. So, and every time my mom will use that to, she will call me, she say, ṣiṣẹ́ mo pé ọmọ ẹ wà lọ́dọ̀ mi, kò send owó, kíní kan. She's using my son as a tool to extort money from me. I understand. You understand? But it was getting too much.
So, what do you want to do now? And what is the problem exactly now?
Okay. So, the problem is when I went to take my child December last year. I'm single-handedly taking care of my son. So, I have a shop now as a fashion designer, but I'm not getting jobs. So, June, I got a job at Lekki as a stylist. So the woman said, okay, she's going to be paying me 80,000 naira every month. So I was like, okay, if I gather 80,000 naira for like 5 months, I'll be able to like get material to start my ready to wear in my shop. So, but unfortunately, July, she changed the payment plan to commission, and it's the price was too low. So I just have to quit that job. So March this year, I called my son's dad that if our son clock 10 years by May this year and he doesn't do anything, doesn't take responsibility, I'm going to take this case to court. He said I should do whatsoever. I said, okay, no problem. So May, my son clocked 10. I called him, his number was not going through. June, his number was not going through. July, I called the number again. Someone picked, and I was like, please give the phone to the owner of the phone. They said he's dead, that he died March. And I was like, I started crying. I threw my phone. I started crying. I was in the shop with my son. My son was like, mommy, what's wrong? I said, your dad is dead. And I don't want my son's case to be like mine. I want my son's dad to be in his life, even though what he did to me is bad, but I don't want my son to go through what I go through. And hearing he's dead, I don't know where to start from. And when I told my mom, that time I don't have any money to even go home, to visit, to go to their hometown, to Ilesha, to meet the family and just ask them what they can do to help me to cater for their son and stuff like that. So I was expecting my mom to go there, at least hear what they want to say, record it and send it to me, but nothing was done. So this year has been a roller coaster. It was up and down. Taking care of my son alone, I have to pay for house rent, shop rent, everything. And sometimes it would be like I should go back, sleep with men to have money, but I don't want to do it. I made that determination December and I'm not going back to it. So I said, okay, I was speaking with one of my friends yesterday, and I told him my story because he doesn't know that I have a child. No one's known that I have a child except if I tell them. I said, I told him my story, and he said that I should put it out there. Look at he make research yesterday. He said, I should put it out there. Why don't I want to talk? Did I like the way I'm suffering? I said, I don't like it, but I don't want my name out there because I'm trying to protect my name, I'm trying to protect my brand, and I'm trying to protect my mom, ministration. So he said, okay, he's going to do it for me. But I was just like, I remember my mom telling me months ago that, I don't know the name of this thing, Justice whatsoever, she's a lawyer. They used to do it on YouTube too. So she was looking for their contacts, that she's ready to take my that case to that woman. So I was just like, I remember I used to watch your YouTube channel. I said, okay. I just looked at the Instagram, I just checked it and I said, okay, I'm going to say my story and I want to fight. I want to know my dad. I want him to take responsibility. Fine, my son's dad is dead now. It's very hard for me to take care of my son now because everyone that promised me they are going to be by my side, nobody. I didn't see anybody, and because I have stopped all these things I've been doing, it's very hard for us to feed. So the fact that I keep planning, I keep re-strategizing, and everything is just falling apart. September last month, I have planned that, okay, maybe I will start home lesson, I will do this, I will do that. They stole my phone, and I don't know anyone. So I have to sell one of my things to get a phone. My son cannot go to school. I have to look for money that, okay, just buy notebook. Later on, I'll buy textbook and stuff like that. So I'm just tired. I
So
am
I'm
just
still
tired.
going back to my question that what do you want to do now?
I want to take my dad case up. I want to take my dad case up.
You want to take it up to do what? To accept you?
Yes, to accept me and to take responsibility, because there is no hope. There's no hope.
Okay. I'll tell you. Of course, there are human rights activists there. There are NGOs that can take it up and everything. But left to me, this is me. I'm not sure I'm very right. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And then so I'll also throw it open to the people and hear their advices and take counsel too. But left to me, I want us to work on you getting better and let your dad come looking for you.
My dad is a very well-known person in Nigeria. Just like I make my research. His name is Akinsheye Felix. He's currently is the president of Asokoro Rotary Club in Abuja. So I got to know all this, making research on him on Google and on Facebook. So his name is Akinsheye Felix from Ondo State.
So, what do you want? Why did you come on the show?
I just want to know my dad, Akinsheye Felix. I want him to be in my life. Whatsoever my mom has done to him, I think I'm supposed not to suffer for it. I just want him to please show up. And if he still insists, if he thinks that I'm not his daughter, I should just go for a DNA test. I just want to know the truth. I can't do this all alone. I think I'm supposed to know the truth after all these years and after going through all this pain. I'm so sorry for what my mom has done. I'm so sorry for anything that I will have said to him that makes him angry. But I just can't do it. He should please just show up and just, I don't want to do this in the first place, but I'm just pleading. He should just come for DNA tests.
Please, sir. It's all right. Rachel, please wipe away your tears. To an extent, I understand your story. I feel your pain so much. I didn't grow up with my father either, but my case is different from yours. it was not like he wasn't in my life at all, but I can count how many times I saw him before he died. Left to me, really, I might not be totally right, and this is just me, and it's not even a counsel. I would have just advised that we concentrate on your life, you getting better and becoming a better person. But I also understand the place of a father in the life of a child. If you are this old, you're 26 years old, right?
Yes.
If you're 26 years old and you still want to meet your dad, it means so much to you, and I'm not going to take that away from you. But daddy, wherever you are, your daughter needs you. Your daughter wants you around. I pray you get to see this. I pray you get to settle it, no matter what has transpired in the past. Like she said, she once sent you a message that you probably didn't like, and she's apologizing for that. Please forgive her. Forgive us too. If the mom has wronged you in any ways, we apologize. We're saying sorry. For the sake of Rachel, what she has gone through, and for the sake of the child, the 10-year-old boy, your grandchild, please, just be in their lives. Let them know that they have somebody. This is all that I can do right now. This is all that I can do. I pray that God will help you. He will strengthen you. I'm sure this has happened before your marriage, and it's not going to wreck your home, by God's grace. She loves you. She wants you around. Please forgive whoever has hurt you. Like she said, if you are doubting, you can still do a DNA test. It's okay. And if you realize she's not your child or you don't want her at all, then it's okay. All right. Thank you, sir. We're sorry. I hope we didn't get you angry. I hope she didn't get you angry. We're so sorry, sir. We appreciate you. God bless you, sir. Rachel, I want you to know that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? It's your wish that you see your father, and we have made that wish. I pray it comes to pass. But with or without that, we need to concentrate on you getting better, and then taking care of your child is very important. First, we're going to introduce you to a therapist. You need a counselor. You need somebody that will give you the right counsel. Do you understand? Going to married men, sleeping with people will just not change anything per se, because ever since you have done it, what has it changed? What have you achieved with it? I know you're a child of God, and you want to do the will of the Father. God will strengthen you. It's not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. You will only run that race by the mercy of God. It is not even by your power. Either you have it, if that you have everything too. You need grace to fulfill God's righteousness. Righteousness by works will not work. You need God will give you his own righteousness. It will help you do it. It will help you. It will help you. You can't do it alone, but God will help you.
Amen.
Righteousness by faith. By his faith, you will do it.
Amen.
Do you understand? Whatever we can do to make sure that you have a standard business, that you are okay on your own, I know God will bring helpers. So all the talk to be lovers, this is another case. I know you people, you will not just watch. This is a bit lengthy, but I have to allow her to pour out her minds. She just have to speak out. She's kept it for too long. I'm so sorry if the video is too long. Well, please, we have stood up for other people. Let's stand up for Rachel again. Let's make this life a better one. Let her know that she has a family in Talk to Be. She has a family with us. I solicit for support to better her life. Thank God she has a good handwork. She's a fashion designer. We can help her expand her business and start from there. Okay? Don't worry. You'll be fine. Please stay happy for us. You know, concentrate on your child, your work, God, you know, rededicate your life to Him. Do everything that you can do, but ask for strength, ask for grace. It is only His mercy, His grace that can sustain you. You can't do it by yourself. Okay? God will help you. I want you to know that we love you. We are not going to leave you. We'll try our best to make sure that you are fine. You get back. And that wish that you want, God will bring it to pass. Okay? Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for coming to share your experience with us. We do not take it for granted. We're going to do our best to make sure that you smile, you're happy. Okay?
Thank you, ma.
All right, so here is a cash gift to say thank you. It's small, but at least something for your transportation.
Thank you, ma.
And this small gift is also for you to say thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, ma. I really appreciate it. God bless you, all Nigerians. Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right, everyone. Thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for watching. Please, parents, we need to be very careful. We need to watch it. Whatever has happened between parents should stay amongst them. Do not let us extend it to the children, because one way or the other, it affects them. And if a child is affected, if a child is affected, 2 children, 3, 4, 5, what kind of society are we going to build? Please, let's build a better society. We can have a better world. We can have a better Nigeria, starting from us as a child, us as a parent. Please, let's watch it. We need to be careful. Mommy, we appreciate you. You have done so well. You have done so well. Maybe along the line, you got tired. I can understand what it is for a single mom raising 4 children. It can be overwhelming, and at the same time, you want to serve God. I pray that God will increase your strength. God will continue to help you. Please, Rachel needs all the love. The son needs all the love. Please, let this family come together. We will be happy to see you guys together again. We love and appreciate you. To my lovers out there, let's turn up for Rachel. Let's make her life better. Yes, we can do it. We have done it before. We are still doing it, and we'll continue to do it by God's help. I love you. I appreciate you. My name is Dr. Abiola Adebayo Akinrinde. Till I come your way, same time next week on the same channel, in whatever thing you're doing, put God first, be determined, and stay focused. I love you, and God bless you. Bye.
Talk to Be, share your experience.